little bit next, we have to know certain people, certain facts. In historical context, how Israel came into existence. The first step was taken by the first Zionist Congress, which was convened in Brussels in 1897. You know this? Everybody knows this fact. How many people attended that meeting? About 100. Not very many people, and they were not very influential. They requested from Abdul Hamid Khan allocation of land to establish a state called Israel in Palestine. So Abdul Hamid Khan refused that demand, abdicated it. 9. The first one is Theodor Herzl, the first chap. He died. He came and he met Sultan Abdul Hamid Khan at the beginning of 1900, and he reported these actions to Rothschild in Britain. Later on, the following two came into view: abdication of Abdul Hamid Khan. Afterwards, they abolished the Ottoman state. An annihilation of the Islamic faith. This was their idea. The historical dates I will now point out to the road to establishing the Israel state. First, as I said, in 1890, the Zionist Congress, which ended up by the abdication of Sultan Abdul Hamid Khan in 1909. This laid the ground for the establishment of Israel. The First World War in 1914 started in Britain, Germany, but somehow Turkey, Ottomans, became part of this conflict. And although the Ottomans, wanted to become a part of, to act in that war with Britain, Britain did not accept. Turkey became a partner with the Germans. And in Britain and French government appointed two people, Sykes and Picot. They made an agreement, which I will show you the map, how the Ottoman state was going to be divided. And in 1917, which is extremely important, Sykes-Picot is an agreement which was not put into force. By Sykes, the Balfour Declaration was imported in 1917. Why? Because the British government met and decided, helped the creation of a state called Israel in Palestine. There was no Jews living in Palestine at that time. I mean, when I say there was no Jews, there was a couple of thousand people, that's all. And then Turkey lost the war. First agreement called Sèvres was signed by the Westerners, which was not put into force. Later on, a Lausanne agreement was made, where the Turkish borders was drawn, today's borders at that time. Later on, they realized Israel could not be established after the war. Within 20 years, this is extremely important from my point of view. How a world war happens, and within 20 years, the country who lost the war becomes so strong to declare another war against Britain. This is odd to me. And this happened. And after the Second World War, which started in 1939, finished in 19, where the state of Israel established.